Hello, everyone, and welcome to the CTF Winter Games. We're here bringing you the first set of festivities here. Your commentators, of course, are myself, Bosquet, and my co-commentator.
Hello, I'm Ryder.
And we're about to be starting off here with the Medic Parkour event. It's going to be a single elimination bracket where representatives from each of the teams face off against each other to see who can come out on top in this event and win some points for the overall standings. Reiner, is there anyone in particular that you think would be a good shot to win here, or would have a good shot to win here?
Um, well, we know Food Court is a medic main, and looking at the players chosen from the rosters, looks like he's the only medic main, but I don't know. I haven't seen many of these players do so much parkour, so I think it'll be an interesting game though to see.
Yeah, speaking of interesting games, our first matchup here is going to be between a couple of team captains. We've got Wolfie98 facing off against Protons. Some folks may know him better as Jaden Matal. And they're both, well, actually, I believe Avedis is leading his team, even though Wolfie signed them up, so I wasn't quite accurate there. But either way, a couple of people who've been very well associated with the scene, if not so much associated with Medic, squaring off for our first match here. We are going to follow a bracket for this event. You can probably see it on screen right now, but after this, we'll have Food Court facing off against the representative from Sophia's Boyfriends, who's not quite here yet, but hopefully we'll see them soon. And yeah, let us know how you're feeling about the event in chat. Hopefully we have our stream going by now. And while we're waiting to while we're waiting to get started here, just let us know how you're feeling. Okay, we are coming up on the start of the event here with Wolfie98 and Protons nearing readiness here, I think it's fair to say. So the match will the map will start pretty soon here. Rainer, do you think anyone's favored?
Um, I think it'll be a really close game to be honest. Both Wolfie and Waves are uh good at PvP. Maybe that also will match their parkour skills. Who knows? But I think it'll definitely be a close one.
Yeah, I think that's fair as well. Now, while we're looking at the map here, we've got some, well, it looks like our cameraman's facing away from the map right now. Is that fair? Um, but while we're looking at our map here, we've got some interesting sets of challenges on the way across. People in spec may notice large patches of red sand there on the map. If you're not too familiar with Medic, one of the mechanics here is that they will drop when snowballs hit them. So let's see how ready our players are to take advantage of that. And Wolfie's already off the map.
Looks like the
Looks
sand
like
is not disappearing.
Protons has figured out that you have to hit it on the lowest block there on that first obstacle to be able to get across. Protons has also opted to go and drop the staircase down. He's attempted to web, land it. Oh, no, didn't quite land perfectly, and Wolfie messed up as well. So there are carpets on those targets. They need to be in their web for long enough to survive that. So Wolfie's already back across and has managed to take the lead here. Already a couple tumbles for both players. Wolfie so far progressing through this area with quite a bit of speed. Looks like he's going to opt to not do the Neo there and just go across the sand. He's really gunning it right now, and Jaden Matal is a ways behind. Looks like Wolfie's going to attempt the jump there, has made it. Going to attempt another jump, and this last target drop can be a deceptive distance. Wolfie has launched all of his webs to give him the best chance possible. He's landed it, and he's going to capture the flag there. Jaden didn't quite make it across the map. Wolfie jumped out to a big lead there. And good job to Wolfie98. He's managed to advance in the tournament here. And Budget CX will be getting some more points guaranteed. Now, next up on our docket here is going to be Sophia's boyfriends against Food Court. And per my understanding, we might be waiting a second or two longer here, but I don't believe there is a representative for Sophia's boyfriends on the server right now. So, with that in mind, um, and with our SMod here rigging the competition in favor of people, I think we're going to have a moment or two here where we wait for the Sophia's boyfriend's rep and just try to contact them one last time here. But it may be a situation, unfortunately, where Food Court's team is going to advance by forfeit if SFB don't have a rep in the immediate future. So, uh, while we're waiting, Rainer, did you see anything interesting in that last matchup? And how do you think this next one's going to go if we do get a rep?
Um, well, I definitely stand corrected. It wasn't as close as I anticipated. Uh, Waves had a lot of trouble with the webbing yourself on the first target, and that's where Wolfie um got a big lead. And yeah, I think the next game it really depends on who Sophia's boyfriends choose to go against Food Court. But I think Food Court probably has the advantage being a medic main, and I think he's pretty good at parkour.
Yeah, I mean, Food Court should definitely be one of the favorites for this event. You mentioned it already, that his experience on medics should be a big help to him here, and we think he's pretty qualified on these on these parkour maps, rather, not necessarily PvP maps. You get the point. With that all in mind, then, I think whoever Sophia's boyfriends find, if they find anyone, is going to be in for a pretty tough match. But we do apologize for the delay here, and I'm not certain. Can we cut to break for a quick moment here? All right, well, I think we're going to go ahead and do that for about a minute or so as we look for a player here, but we'll try and be back as soon as possible. All right. Hey, thanks everyone. We are back after the first round. Unfortunately, we're in a situation where Sophia's boyfriends don't have a representative for this event, so Food Court will be advancing by default for this event. And as a result, we're going to move on with Peppa Pig and Friends against Angels here. Their representatives are a fruit and overcast unicorn, respectively. So I think it'll be an interesting matchup here again. A fruit is someone more known as a pyromane. Overcast has played some medic in matches before, but more known as a soldier and elf main. Rainer, do you think anyone is going to have an advantage out of those two
Um,
in a match setting?
I think it's really anyone's game, but I think also Overcast Unicorn is kind of also like sometimes a cheeky player, so maybe he might try to go for webs on the other team's track. Let's see. Last round we didn't see any of that, but that could be a strategy that provides um a benefit.
Yeah, Overcast does have a bit of a reputation as someone who loses in the finals a lot, but to lose in the finals, you have to be able to make it to the finals. So I think he's got a good shot to go on a bit of a run through this bracket. Timer is unlocked here. We've got 15 seconds until players are ready. So hopefully they've had enough time to size up the map here. Fruit in particular is looking very intently at the red sand barrier in front of her. And we are off here as both players try to web in front of him to get rid of it. This time they're a lot quicker to do so. Fruit sent a lot of webs over the void, didn't hit anything. Neither did Overcast Unicorn. And they're both, again, choosing to open that staircase up. That's not the only way across, as a little hint. Overcast, however, is the only one to land his web, and as a result, he's going to be getting to the Neo first. This is a pretty big advantage if you don't have to take it because of the sand there. And yeah, he's all the way across already. No mistakes so far from Overcast Unicorn. He's going to be able to... No, he whiffs the last jump, and that's going to
Oh
give a
no.
Fruit a huge edge here. Fruit also taking the time to remove some of the steps that Overcast is going to have on the way back and forces him to do the Neo. So Fruit taking this very carefully here. Overcast is going to have some time to catch. Oh no!
Oh.
Oh no! She missed the glass jump. And so Overcast is back in the lead. This time around, we'll see if he hits the web. Does it? He's going to have a little bit of a trickier route here. And now I think the course is a little more difficult for him. He's actually not removing the steps for a fruit. Does hit the Neo on the first try. Good job there from Overcast. He's going to be crossing this path again. Does seem to be a little more confident out of the two in terms of PvP. Now he's finally taking the time to remove a few of the sandwalks there, but that's probably not the most important place to do it. Still, he's made it to the final platform. Going to send some webs down here in a second, no doubt. A fruit is still not anywhere close, but he
Mm.
messes up the final drop. Overcast Unicorn can't quite do it as a fruit also dies. So now they're neck and neck again. And this is what happens sometimes on this event. Mistakes send you all the way back to the start, and Overcast whiffs his drop onto the target. This time a fruit's going to go for it. A fruit manages to land it. And, well, you can see Overcast trying to hit her with webs from afar. The fruit's finally going to make it up to the Neo here. We'll see if she turns around and looks for Overcast. Does get rid of one of the obstacles there, but not actually going to try and hit Overcast. The fruit's going to make these last couple jumps. This is neck and neck here at the end. She's really trying to take out the space in front of Overcast. He's made it to the final set of jumps too, though, and a fruit has whiffed it. Overcast has not. This time we'll see if Overcast can land, and he does manage to. He's going to get to the flag, and that's going to be a win for Angels. They'll advance past Peppa Pig and Friends in the parkour event and make it into the semifinals of the bracket. Congratulations to Overcast. I do think out of the two players, he was the more confident player on the parkour there, but yeah, very exciting match. So, Rainer, we're moving on here to the next matchup in our bracket, the last matchup of the first round, which is going to be the Rope Bunnies against the Leftovers. We know that Wio's going to be competing for the Leftovers. We know that our good friend Benny Lover Catboy is going to be competing for the rope bunnies. Do you have a favorite out of the two?
Um, Again, I'd say it's anyone's game. I think Leo is known more for as ninja and archer, I think. Um, I think a newer player to Brawl also, so maybe he doesn't know all the mechanics of Medic yet, but that might give Ryan a slight advantage, but I think maybe he has some parkour skills that we don't know about yet, so I think we'll have to wait and see again.
Yeah, I'm actually curious to see how Ryan does here because usually when he's on the match server, you focus a bit more on his PvP than his parkour and his movement. So don't actually know if he's very good at this kind of event. Weo, on the other hand, from what I heard, was very eager to take the parkour match for the leftovers. So maybe he's pretty confident in this kind of competition. Still, they should be ready to go in a couple minutes here. Leo's already scoping the map out here. And yeah, looks like our timer is going to be starting here in the immediate future as Weo and Mr. Ryan are going to have their opportunity to confirm that they're ready. And timer should be going now. Last chance to get predictions in. Rainer, you talked about Ryan maybe having an advantage. Do you think he's still the favorite here?
I would say so, yeah.
All right. Well, let's follow that as closely as we can. Weo and Ryan both going to. Oh, actually, Weo going to go for the webs right away. It's going to make him a little slower to the first jump here, and Ryan's going to try and take out that, but that's also going to let him fall further behind. Very
Oh,
nice
what a
web
web.
from Weo. Ryan caught in the air. Weo just needs to break that web for the sand to fall down. He does finally drop down. Weo, again, a player who is on the leftovers, a team that was comprised of people who weren't picked up for teams on their own. Ryan's trying to figure out what to do here. I guess he's finally gotten the sand to drop. It doesn't kill him, which is a bit unfortunate. And now he's going to drop down onto the web on his own. I think both players here running into a couple challenges early on. Ryan's trying to just sprint through this parkour area. Weo's landed on the target behind him. He's not too far behind. And Ryan's taking care of that Neo block. He's aware of how important it is. And now he's going to try and take care of things in front of Weo. Weo actually did hit the Neo, which makes sense phonetically. It does go
Yeah.
off on the glass, though. So Ryan's got a pretty clear path to the end here, despite the early success from Weo. Still has to be able to land the target drop on the bottom, and I think as a safeguard, he's trying to take out as many jumps as possible there to make it more difficult for Weo. Actually, I think he just really wants to clear all the sand out, because he's had an opportunity to do this for a little while now. But I think Ryan may be trying to BM a little bit here. If he messes this jump up, I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he needs all three webs for the
what a
jump,
fold.
and
What a
he's just
fold
getting
that
the
would be.
time.
Now, fortunately for Ryan, this is not a timed event, so the fact that he's waiting here is not going to dock him points-wise, but... Oh
It
no,
looks like
Weo's
Leo
off the map.
lagged.
He hit a lag spike.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really unfortunate. Ryan's just going to go for the jump now. He does land it, and that's going to be the rope bunnies advancing most likely here. And is making it a big dramatic affair, of course, as you might expect with the guy. And you're right, it's technically a stalemate. Man, Ryan dragging this out is a bit unfortunate. And Weo, I guess, is not going to make it to the end here. All right, well, congratulations to the rope bunnies. That was a bit of a silly end to our first round of the festivities there, but I think Ryan did prove that he's pretty capable in these circumstances. We had a nice moment or two. Had a good web on Ryan early on, but now we're moving on to the next round of our bracket here, and we've got some interesting teams going against each other. We didn't manage to see Food Court in the first round because his opponents forfeited. So as a result, we're going to see uh, him face off against Wolfie 98, and two players who have played quite a bit of Medic, and I think Wolfie proved that he was pretty confident on that first round. So, Rainer, you did put a lot of stock in Food Court as someone who might be a favorite for this event. If you're
That's
comparing
right.
him against what we've seen from Wolfie so far, are you still that confident?
Well, I think it's gonna be a really close game again. Wolfie definitely having an advantage doing the map the first time. He's more familiar with it, I guess. But I think Food Court, as I've stated, is a medic main who's also, I would say, known a bit for his parkour. So maybe, um, yeah, I think it'll be an intense game. Definitely, both teams will not try probably to web the other team's parkour areas as well. So I guess we'll see.
Yeah, should be pretty interesting here as Wolfie's already looking at his approach here. Both players are ready, so we'll probably be starting in a second, and hopefully we'll have more shenanigans here as players continue to figure out the map rather. I don't think anyone's going to be quite as crazy as Ryan, but maybe some silliness on here as well. So, timer's going. Last chance for the players to get ready here. And that's the final countdown. So let's get going and we'll see how these players handle it. Both Wolfie and Food going across early, but Food waits for Wolfie and knocks him off. It's going to buy him a little bit of time here, as Food, however, is struggling to figure out how to get the first bit to drop. Wolfie's figured it out instead. Food keeps throwing it at the second level. And fortunately for him, Wolfie's messed up a couple times. So he's still behind. But even so, Food wasted a lot of time there. Wolfie's going to be able to get the Santa drop first. This is where experience does matter, I think, on this course. And Food Court whiffs the drop onto the target after, I think early on he did mock some of the players for not hitting their drop cleanly. Wolfie is already across most of the map here, and he's just gunning it. And this looks like a breakaway performance here from Wolfie. If he can hit the last drop this time, I think he'll be in a pretty good position, although he is taking it slow.
Oh no.
Yep, and he did whiff. So now Food Court has the advantage. His Neo's been removed, and he doesn't hit it. That wasn't even close to the right approach from Food Court. So now they're both back at the start. Wolfie, however, does hit that jump, so he's going to be in the lead a little bit. It's been an interesting one so far, I think it's fair to say. Wolfie, oh no, goes over the edge of the Neo. So no advantage Food Court again. And this is what can happen on this map. Um, it's just a little difficult for players sometimes because even one small mistake can really set you back a long ways. Now Wolfie's finally gaining. Right as I said that, he fell off, unfortunately. And Wolfie's talking about the nerves. I think he's feeling the pressure a little bit here. Um, does seem to be affecting him. Food Court's going to go for this last jump. Wolfie whiffed that before, but Food Court's going to hit it. And this time around, he's going to throw some webs down, go for the jump. We'll see if he lands it. Does land it. Very nice from Food Court, and that's going to be the win. So even though he did get a bye to advance through the first round, he's going to be able to win the second round here against Wolfie. Wolfie had his chances, I think it's fair to say. Didn't quite execute on them. And so Food Court's going to be making his way into the finals. Good job to Food Court and good job to the breadwinners.
Yeah, that was
And
definitely a nail biter.
yeah, no kidding. So our other semifinal rainer is going to be Angels against Rope Bunnies, which is also going to be Ryan against Overcast Unicorn. Did either of them look a little more impressive in their runs to you?
I think they were both more or less even, but I just hope that Overcast Unicorn takes it, so we don't have to wait here for ages.
That's fair. They're already offering each other a stalemate in chat, though.
That does not
So
sound good.
yeah, it does not bode well for the amount of time we're going to be here. All right. Well, we've got 5 more seconds here as we're waiting for the event to start. Looks like our second semifinal is going to get going now. And both Ryan and Overcast are going to go right. Oh, they hit each other.
Oh,
Nice fadeaway hit from Ryan, but Ryan didn't respawn. Overcast had that in his tab, and so he's going to take a little bit of a lead. That's one of those tactics that can really buy you a lot of time in this mode. So Overcast with the slight advantage, but just
oh,
completely whiffs his web. Ryan is not going to make that same mistake, so he's in the lead now. I think his mechanics are looking a little bit cleaner so far, even though Overcast did manage to trip him up. Those long distance webs from Overcast are not going to go anywhere near him, and Ryan takes care of the Neo there. He's going to be able to make it onto the last segment as Overcast is only now starting to catch up. Overcast goes for the Neo, hits it cleanly. Nice job done by him. And now Ryan's going
oh,
to go for the drop. Does get hit, but not far enough. And he's going to get the win just by the skin of his teeth there. Overcast gave him a run for his money. But very nicely done by Benny Lover Catboy. And this time he's not fooling around. So we have a finals between Food Court and Ryan here on the Medic Parkour.
yeah, that was definitely a very good performance from Ryan. Overcast Unicorn almost had him at the end, but he he wasn't able to knock him off, and Ryan, thank God for not stalling the game out, capped immediately. But that was overall a really impressive performance.
Yeah, very, very well done there by Ryan. And we're going to be going into our finals pretty quickly here. You can see the players saying good luck to each other as we're getting started. So hope you're all ready for this finals. Should be a pretty hype matchup between Ryan and Food. And looks like they're both ready. So we'll be getting started right away here. If you're in chat, let's make some virtual noise and get this thing underway. All right, so right off the starting blocks here, Food Court and Ryan are going to make their way to the sand. Food Court actually gets it on the first try this time, which is important character progression for him. They are going to get to the jumps pretty much together. Ryan's going to be a little bit in the lead, which matters for the time being, but as we've seen, can change very quickly as soon as one person falls off. So we're going to see some of the sand taken out here. Food Court barely manages to make it past the Neo, but the
Mm.
pressure gets him to fall. And Ryan is just sprinting to the end here. Oh no, he whiffed the last jump, so now they're both back to the start, and Ryan didn't respawn. He's going to lose a lot of time on that. And he's actually just taking the opportunity to chat. Still, both of them have to execute perfectly on this last little segment here. Food Court in the lead, as we mentioned before. Ryan also hits the web on the drop down. Oh, Food Court tries to take it a little too carefully and goes down on a jump that he didn't need to go for on as short of a span as he actually did. Ryan's just taking his time now, getting rid of some of the sand there, taking his time on that last second to last jump. Now he's going to go for it. This could be the finals right here if Ryan lands. He does manage to do so. And he gets the win. That is going to be 50 points over to the Rope Bunnies. And they're already off to a strong start to this competition. So, very, very well done here. Looks like our cameraman's actually giving a challenge. I don't think we're going to add any stakes to this. No double points. No anything like that. But definitely interesting to see this one if our cameraman decides to go on and challenge Ryan here. Yeah, that's going to be interesting. He's already changed the scoreboard to reflect his name. And it looks like BM5 shot down the double or nothing offer anyways. But it's going to be an interesting one. Nin against the winner of the Medic Parkour Finals. What a plot twist here, as our cameraman has gone rogue. All right, we're starting in 5 seconds. Chat, let us know who you think is going to win. I think I'm as surprised by this as anyone else, so let's get some... Wow. Nin already knocked out Ryan, but he missed the first jump. I think the bravado from our cameraman might not be justified here, as already he's messed up. He does happen to be in the lead because he did get a lucky hit on Ryan. But even so, I mean, this is not a strong performance from our cameraman. Unfortunately, Ryan whiffs the first target. Maybe the nerves getting to him a little bit, but I I can't. I've got to be honest here, Chad. I'm not impressed with Ninsanity. Still, he does seem to be making his way across the map again and got rid of his opponent's Neo block, so I guess he's doing well, technically. I guess he's going to try and land. He's managed to land, and now he's just gloating. Ryan's going to whiff the jump anyways, so I don't think it was that close, but I guess Ninsanity has gone and decided to embarrass the rest of the competitors here. What a poor sport. I think the only person really worth congratulating here is Ryan, again, on a very nice run. So congratulations to Ryan, and let's get our camera guy back in spectator so he doesn't mess with any of the other events here. So with that all in mind, let's run through the standings here real quick. Since that was not a double or nothing bet from Ryan, uh, we are going to still see the Rope Bunnies here with 50 points after the first event.
25.
25, sorry. My mistake. 50 points would be quite a lot. Good correction there from our support team, so thank you to them. Second place, which is going to be Food Court, is going to receive 15 points. Third and fourth, so Overcast and Wolfie, are going to receive 10 points. And then all the 5th through 8th place teams are going to receive 5 points for the Medic Parkour. And we're going to see roughly the same amount of points at stake, a total of 80 as well, in the Ninja Capping Time Trials. So we're going to take a break here as we set up the next event. We're a little bit ahead of schedule, but I think we'll be going to the Ninja Time Trials as quickly as we can here. Thanks for tuning in with us for the first event, and we hope to see you around for the next one.
like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, 'cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, 'cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, 'cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, 'cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like.
Hey, sorry for the long break, everyone, but welcome back to the CTF Winter Games. We have one unfortunate update to share with you, which is that Sophia's boyfriends have forfeited the event, so they're not going to be around with us. However, we are going to have the ninja capping and time trials proceed as planned, anyways. Um, it's going to be a snake order time trial, so the first set of players are going to go, and then they're going to go again in reverse order. We've got Link CTF from the Angels starting us off, and should be a pretty fun event here. If you're not familiar, the goal is to 3-cap the map as quickly as possible, and you can do that any way you want on Ninja as long as you are not glitching. So main thing is no block glitching, if possible. I think we're going to be starting off pretty soon here. Rainer, still with us? Glad to have you. What do you think about Link's chances?
I think Link has good chances, being that he's an offense main and is known also for ninja capping, so I wish him luck.
Yeah, definitely. And he'll probably need it on this first pass as he won't have a chance to see everyone else's routes. It's going to be getting started quickly here, pearling most of the way across the map. Takes a bit of damage on that fall, but is going to be picking up the flag here. I think he's taking a second to regen health. Oh, and I guess that's a pearl through the block. Um, yeah, all right. I think this is actually going to be a restart here, but if we see another block glitch like that, we're going to be giving him a null for this round. So let's just get this restarted as quickly as possible and move on here. Good to see Link's already messed up the event. It's keeping to his reputation quite nicely here. So we're going to give it a go again. We did see Link's immediate route was just to pearl straight across the map here. So let's see if he fares any better in round 2. A little slow off the gates, actually. Yeah. It's going to keep pearling here. This time he's actually on a little bit lower health than he initially was. He's going to pick up the flag cleanly. Pearl down main. So this is, I think, a pretty direct route, right, Rainer?
Yeah, it looks like he's going straight through. He's gonna die on the pearl, but that is still allowed. They're allowed to use whatever tactics they want except for block glitching.
Yeah, and a nice pickup there as well. Through the pearl before he picked it up. Still, you can probably optimize this time a little bit. It's going a different route this time, actually. What do you think about this one, Rainer?
I think this one is a bit faster, going to spawn, and then he doesn't have to pearl twice before respawning.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty nice adaptation. Yeah. 2 caps already. That's about a minute in. It's already most of the way back across the map with this pearl landing. Yeah. This time he's gonna, I think, gonna cut towards spawn. Oh, actually hits the wall in the middle. That could cost him some time here. It goes for the ghost, picks it up immediately. Oh, he's dropped it in the flag room. A couple deaths there, but it'll be back pretty quick. So this is going to be... Oh, no,
Oh,
he
he missed
misses it. Link. And he's finally gotten it now. That was capture with 18:26 left. So good job there to Link. Hard to know how that score is going to place compared to everyone else. But our next competitor up on the list after the Angels are done is going to be Peppa Pig and Friends. And I believe their representative is Calig. So he's also played quite a bit of Ninja recently, another longtime veteran player of the scene. So should be pretty familiar with this map and Airlock in general, and be interesting to see how he does compared to Link, since we only really have Link's time as a benchmark. It's the first time we've done this event, so Mhm. All right, well, we'll be starting soon here. Rainer, you have any thoughts on Kalig?
I definitely think he's gonna be faster than Link. Maybe he'll go for the same route 3 times. That could help with muscle memory a bit. I guess we'll see. But he definitely has a net advantage going second after Link already.
Yeah. So not a believer in Link's time, are we?
Yeah, not for the first round at least. Maybe I mean Link's gonna be the first and the last one to go in this event. So maybe in the last, he's saving the glory all for the last minute. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, if he wins it with the last run, that would be pretty impressive. But we'll see Kalig give it a go here and see if your hunch on Link's time is actually correct. I think we're going to more or less see the same route here, although Kalig didn't go as far on that second pearl, so he's going to... Oh, he's going to attempt a ghost here.
Oh, that's smart.
That's going to take him pretty far outside the map here. It's going to go by spawn here. Probably pick it up pretty quick, and there's a pearl right to the flag, and we'll get a respawn here in a second. That's a good start there for Kalig. He is at 1936 when that first capture happened. Same route again so far. Same ghost attempt. I guess he's got this one down, because this is a lot of confidence if you're not practiced with that ghost capping route. This time he's going to land a little closer to the flag. It's going to pearl to reset there. Pick it up. Got it down the tunnel. I think he's... Oh, well, that pearl whiffed a bit long. He might still be up a little bit on Link here. I think Link was roughly around 19 minutes flat when he landed that, so good hunch so far. Kalig's going to go for it again. Oh, losing a bit of time now because that wasn't very clean.
He also loses a bit of health there, but let's see if that will be an issue
I
for
mean,
him.
he'll be close enough to spawn here, I think. Oh, he's just going to try and take that as far as he can. And he is in with a time that I hope Forlip was watching there. It's 1838 or 1840,
Yeah.
according to Rainer. Yeah, so that is an unofficial time, but right now that is definitely a better time for Kalig, a bit ahead of Link. And I guess the ghost capping paid off there. Very nice route. So 1840 is our time, and next up on the list after Pepe Pig and Friends is the leftovers. So it's going to be Bathwater stepping in, also on the red team, hopefully. Bit of a newer player. Rainer, what do you think his odds are?
I think he has a decent chance already because he's seen Link and Kalig do their respective runs, so maybe he's seen a thing or two, and he's been playing Ninja and PPMs recently, so he's definitely familiar with pearling and gauging how long Ninja pearls go, so I think he has good chances.
All right, well, he'll be starting off here pretty soon. Let's see some support for Bathwater here in chat. Obviously interested to see how this goes for him, so we'll be starting in about 15 seconds here. Assuming he's ready, of course. That might take a quick second here, but all's good. We have our confirmation. So timer unlocks in 15 seconds. Rainer, do you think this one's going to be better than Link's time at least?
I think it'll be close. I don't know.
All right. Well, good luck to Bathwater here as we're going to get started. It's not pearling right away there, instead throwing a pearl that's going to take him to mid there. That was a block glitch, but definitely... Yeah. All right. Looks like we're going to be continuing on here. This is clearly an unfortunate block glitch, not one he was in control over. I think already this is It's not a bad time, but he's running a little slower than some of the competitors. Quick respawn there. He's being very deliberate with these pearls. We're not seeing quite as much running from Bathwater here. Takes a bit of fall damage there. That actually knocks him down quite low, so he's going to be very low when this first pearl happens. He's going to have to wait a little bit here, I think. Actually, just pearls out to mid. Oh, and dies to the flag poison, so that's in a bit of a tricky spot for him.
That's a bit
Hopefully, a
unfortunate.
little practice is going to be helpful for him here. I don't think he knows where the flag is. That's a bit unfortunate there.
No, he has to steal.
It's okay. So respawn there from Bathwater. He's gonna be very sorry. This is I'm being sabotaged by my cameraman here, just for the record. But we're going to see Bathwater go for another steal here. Again, being a little deliberate. It's not a bad thing. Should allow him to hit this pearl, and he's gonna have a second go here as well. So practice here on this map is definitely very helpful for him. Slight miss on the pearl, but that's not going to cost him too much time. We'll be able to bring that down into the flag room, and we'll get our second cap here in a quick second. Just really unfortunate timing there as he almost got to the flag. And we'll respawn there, so we're on our third cap now. Time is going to be slower than Lynx, unfortunately, for Bathwater. But with that mix-up, it's kind of guaranteed that that's going to happen. So the good thing, again, about a snake draft is if you mess up the way he did, you'll get another go. Now that pearl's going to miss, unfortunately. And I think Bathwater, in fairness to him, I know was going to be running a little bit. Very sorry. Bathwater was running a little bit behind getting to this event. He was talking about how nerves were getting to him a little bit. So I do think this is just some nerves messing with him here, plus maybe a little less practice on this map than some of our more experienced players. It's not doing poorly mechanically, just maybe a little bit unpracticed on this map in particular. This one looks like a good pearl, though. He'll be able to get to it here. Does manage to get to it, and should be able to pearl towards spawn. And we'll wrap up here pretty quickly. And that is our third cap. Good job there to Bathwater for getting things finished. Obviously nothing to be particularly embarrassed by. I recognize the other competitors are having a good chuckle, but with that in mind, still good effort to him, and hopefully we'll see him do a little bit better on the second pass. So next up in our order here is going to be Budget CX, so College Degree is going to be going as our fourth run of the day. That last run did take a little while, so let's try and get started here pretty quickly. I think that's our goal. Rainer, where do you see College compared to everyone else? He is Ninja main at the very least, who's been around for a while.
Yeah, that is true. I know also College has experience with this map in particular, being played in Season 2. I think it's going to be a strong performance, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, well, again, we are taking a more deliberate route out of spawn here. Looks like 2 pearls to get to the flag room. So College is conserving his health there. Pearls through the gap, which is very nicely done by College. It wasn't a block glitch. So College is actually going to hit that with consistency. Does drop in the flag room. He was trying to conserve his health. But I think he's still going to get to this flag in pretty good time here. This is definitely a viable run so far, based on what we've seen already. So again, these longer pearls, conserving his health nicely, only 2 pearls to get to the flag room. And he's not going for the ghost, hits that again. That is impressive consistency from College. We saw Link mess it up on his first run. That's just going to be 3 pearls across the map. And he dies again, though. The flag poison. just getting him at really unfortunate times, but even so, it's that at 19 minutes. He's got 20 seconds to finish this up. I think this is pacing a little bit slower than Calig's. The Ghost Cap was definitely saving him some time. But even then, this is a pretty cool route, and definitely interesting to see the diversity of the routes on this map. Looks like College is not going to die to flag poison this time, and it's going to be a close call at 1840 mark. 1838 is our unofficial time according to Forlab, so just 2 seconds behind Calig's time. It's going to be a pretty close one, I think, here, as we would have had Sophia's boyfriend next, but instead we're going to have the Daywolves 2.0, since Sophia's boyfriends have forfeited the event. And the Daywolves 2.0 are represented here by Bar. So we're going to see Bar step in here. Now he's more of an elf main sometimes, but definitely has played Ninja a lot. Rainer, what are your thoughts on Bar's Ninja? You probably know him better than I do.
Um, I think Bar's ninja on offense is quite good. I think he's known for taking long pearl routes as well, so similar to College's pearling style. So, and we saw that was a good method from College as well. So, I think it'll be a comparable time.
Yeah, I mean, with College, if Flag Poison hadn't gotten him when it did, he probably would have had the faster time there. I mean, his execution looked just about flawless. So Bar's going to have a tough bar to reach with Calig and College setting very good times already. Hopefully he'll be ready here soon. So we've got the timer unlocked, and in 10 seconds, we'll see how Bar's run goes. All right, he's a little slow out of spawn here, maybe surprised a bit by the timer. It's going to be 3 pearls over to the flag here, so slightly lower health than College. He's going to pearl back across. That wasn't through the block there, so maybe losing a little time. He's going to go the mid route and try and get it all more or less in one go. We'll come back out of spawn here. Obviously not going to reset at an awkward time there, so already, you know, he's not doing anything too fancy, but this is not a bad time at all. And really, consistency with the approach here could definitely work out for Bar. So this mid route seems to be paying dividends. Oh, he doesn't quite get it in one go there, but this will be a quick pearl back again from Bar. He's setting up a good time here. And this is ahead, I think, slightly ahead of where College was on this last run. It'll be a close thing, but yeah, Forlab is saying about 5 seconds ahead. Oh no, he messes up his pickup. He got bannered. Oh, that's really unfortunate. That's going to cost him some time here. And with that being the case, I think he's actually taking a more aggressive route. He uses the sponge to get up. That may save him a little bit of time, but he's already passed 1840 and 1838. So he's going to slot, I believe, into a provisional third there with 1835. Ahead of Link, behind College and Calig. Still, good run from Bar. Definitely showing that he's competitive in this event, and without him getting bannered, again, that would have been a pretty good time there. So next up on the list is going to be Food Court's team. They're represented today by Aussie. I believe they are the breadwinners, but we have them listed as Food Court on the bracket because production sometimes takes a little while to set up. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I shouldn't have doubted Nin. My apologies. All right. Well, we're starting in 15 seconds here. Rainer, any thoughts on Aussie? I guess you're our go-to analysis guy now.
I think it'll be also around the 1840 mark. Aussie also known for his ninja, and I think he's been watching carefully at the other contenders, so he's probably learned a thing or two about the map. So we'll see.
Yeah. No, he'll be going again pretty soon because this is a snake order. Fortunately, doesn't have to go back to back. This is an interesting approach from Aussie. splitting the shifting and the running. Oh, he messes up the
Mm.
ghost, though. So this could be a bit of a tough run for him. He's already very low health. He's going to pearl across the map here. I think he just needs to get close to his spawn to salvage this one, but he's already well behind some of the other competitors here.
That's a tricky problem.
I hope he wasn't laughing at Otis Goodman there. That was a little bit of confusion as to where the flag was. Now, he isn't too far behind yet. This could be salvageable with a very quick second run, but I don't think he's going to finish first. Still going for another Ghost Cap, taking the same approach as Kulig. This time he does get it, but it's by the skin of his teeth, and you have to think, maybe a more consistent approach would be wise for the second run for him. Yeah, I mean, still very impressive timing when you do get it down, but as we saw in the first run, you can't always get timing like that down. So we're already past where some of the other players have wrapped up. He's already behind Bar, even. Might have a shot at beating Link here, but I think this is going to be actually very close with Link's time. But provisionally still behind the first three players at the very least. And yes, so now we're going to have a back-to-back run. And because of the order, that's going to be the Rope Bunnies. So we're going to see Kriz, and then we're going to see Kriz again. Now, Kriz is someone who has had quite a bit of experience in ninja capping as well. Do you think the fact that he's going to have to go twice in a row here is going to mess with his times at all, Rainer?
I don't think so. I think Kurt is a confident player. Also, I know he's a bit of a map nerd. He studies routes for offense on Rundown, for example, and he was experimenting on the match server with Mage Lightning on Bazaar. So maybe he's been studying this map intensively, and he's going to show us something that we haven't seen so far. So that might be interesting to see.
All right, well, we are off here, and Kriz, as you might expect, off to a pretty hot start. It's going to be a pearl that takes him pretty far there. We'll get to the flag right away. We'll see what approach he takes. Looks like he's going to go for consistency, sort of the same way that Bar did. That's going to be a long pearl towards mid. And he'll get close to the flag here. Get the capture, respawn. Good time so far. And these are very long pearls, but the distance on them is definitely helping Kriz. And very quick turn to the flag there. And just the basic mechanics, his WASD mechanics seem to be on point here. That time avoids fall damage, dropping on the carpets there. It's a nice little detail to his route. It's going to mean he's not going to die, and he'll be at this flag with quite a bit of time to spare. Yeah, Forlib is saying he's 14 seconds ahead of the previous best here. He's going to get to this flag pretty quickly. I mean, this execution has not been bad so far. The death there is going to mess him up a little bit, but I think we're going to beat 1840 here by 8 or 9 seconds, 1848. So Kriz jumps into the provisional lead, and he gets to go again. Well, we'll see if he can improve on this time at all. He's immediately going to go again here. Very impressive run from Kriz.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
for
That
those,
was
yeah,
almost
for those
flawless run.
wondering, the first heat happens in the order we just saw. The second heat happens in reverse order. And the goal of that is to not disadvantage any team by having both of their runs go early. So Link's first run will be responded to by a late second run. He'll finish us off today as well. So with the timer going again, anything to expect from the second run from Kriz? Are we going to see maybe some riskier strats now that he's in the lead?
I think he's gonna keep it the same, and maybe he died once, so maybe he's gonna try to avoid that this time. Maybe improve by 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah, no, that's a shorter pearl than he gets sometimes here. So he's not going to get the flag quite as cleanly on that path, on that pass. Still, pretty good time so far. Just trying to get right over to the flag, avoid dying here. Again, drops on the carpet. Hopefully flag poison doesn't trip him up, and it does not. So, we're going to see another long pearl here. Decent time so far. I don't know if this is quite as quick as his other one. Long pearl up to mid. And you know what's striking about this is it's kind of similar to Bar's route as well. I think that's the closest comparison we have so far. So Bar might definitely have a chance to catch up here, at the very least. And then we could also see cleaner execution from College or Collig, and that may be able to get them back in the competition as well. Still, this is a bit of an awkward pearl here from Kriz. This is definitely off of his usual route, but if he gets the flag, it is faster. Wow.
Improvement.
1851. He did improve on his time with the second pass. So, in other words, he completed that map in 1 minute and 9 seconds with 3 caps. That's a pretty impressive time. So, we're working back through the list in reverse order, which means that we are going to see Aussie again here. Now, Aussie had a pretty risky strat on his first run, and messing it up cost him quite a bit of time. So if he gets his execution more cleanly here, he could definitely improve on his time a bit. But we could also see him opt for a safer strat. I mean, quite frankly, safer strats did give Kriz the lead here. So it'll be interesting to see if he changes up his approach or just tries to execute a bit better here. What do you think he's going to go for, Rainer?
That's a really good question. I mean, on one hand, he probably practiced one route, but now seeing Chris beat the other times by a long margin, maybe it's gonna make him change his route.
Well, a little bit awkward on the wall there at first. Let's see what he does now that he's inside the flag room. Yeah, he is. No shifting this time, but he's on pretty good health. And that time lands it cleanly. It's going to take him down the middle of the map there. And maybe that'll save some time. I mean, this is not bad so far. 1935, so 25 seconds spent on the first cap. Where do you see this placing right now, Rainer?
That's a really good question. I think the last run from Chris, like the last route he took, where it looked like a mistake, but it was slightly faster. Also took that first route, but now seeing that he died, it's gonna cost him a few seconds, so I don't think he's gonna top Chris this time, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's got a very fast cap to get to be able to top Chris's time. He's only got 9 seconds to complete that, and I don't think this route is that quick. So Chris's first time will have ended now, but he's not that far behind, actually. If he doesn't die here, he could get a very quick pass. This might put him in... Oh, no, it's not quite going to put him in second. That death is going to be brutal. He will still get an 1841 time, which is not bad at all. So good job to Aussie, but it's not going to put him in first. So, next chance to get back in the lead here and take it away from Kriz is going to go to Bar. Now, Bar used a very similar route on his first run, but it wasn't anywhere near as quick as Kriz's. With that said, he did get bannered that one time. That cost him quite a few seconds. It'll be interesting to see if he'll do any better here. So, to all 27 of you on the stream, let's see a bit of love for Bar here as he tries to take the lead from Kriz and show us an even more impressive time on this second round of the Ninja Caps. So he got to the flag pretty cleanly there. Those mechanics did not look bad by any stretch of the imagination. And yeah, I mean, gotta say, it looks a lot like the same route that Kriz took. Maybe they worked on that together. What do you think?
Yeah, it was really a clean pearl out of spawn already. This time it's a bit, he messes up a bit, but let's see if he can
Yeah,
still keep his cool.
not super clean into the flag room there. We are going to see, oh, that was a pretty good pearl across the map. He's going to die on landing, but that shouldn't cost him way too much time. I mean, the flag's in a little bit of an awkward spot, but he picks it up in stride. So now, with a couple of pearls to reset as quickly as possible, we are going to see him get back to the flag. I think he's a little bit behind Kriz's pace here. This is not going to be an 1851 finish. But even with that being the case, he is putting himself in a strong position to finish second here. This should be ahead of Aussie's time if he can land things cleanly. Actually, it's going to come down to the wire here as he finishes with 1843. Still, very good job done by Barr there. Not going to take the lead away from Kriz. And I think it's important to note just how well the rope bunnies are doing in these two events so far, as we get College's next attempt here, because they did win the first event, the Medic Parkour, with Ryan competing on that. They are going to win this event if Kriz's score holds. So they'll be going into the 5v5 tournament with quite a bit of momentum here. And it's up to College Degree to maybe give his team a better chance here and secure the faster time. We are going to see College opt for a different route now. He didn't try to pearl through. He's just going to gun it and try a route similar to Kriz's here. I think that might be the choice that we're seeing some of the players make here to copy the quickest route they've seen and try and do it better than what Kriz was able to. And Kriz's execution was not perfect, but it was still pretty darn good. And he'll have had more time to practice that route than most other players, so interesting to follow. What do you think about Rainer's pearl here, actually? I mean, about College's pearl here, actually, Rainer.
Yeah, we saw that on Chris's third run on his second try, and it looked like a whiff, but it actually ended up saving him time, so
Yeah,
I
no,
think,
this looks
yeah.
really close here to Kriz's route. This is going to come down to the wire because he's already well ahead of some of the other competitors here, Colleges. And third one is going to whiff by a little bit. This is coming down to the wire. 1852, 51, 50, just behind Kriz. Wow, though. Very close call from College there, and that'll probably secure a good amount of points for budget Citrix. Good showing by College Degree. And Bathwater is up next to try and redeem himself a little bit. So, what are your thoughts, Rain? Or Rainer? I guess you're not Rain.
I think there is definitely room for improvement. I think he's learned a bit about the map and the whereabouts of the pearls, so yeah, I think, yeah, it's definitely gonna be a better run.
Yeah. Well, it'll be up to him to hopefully get some more points out of this. Maybe overtake Link if he's able to do so. It's going to be a pearl out towards top mid. Not a bad landing on that one. And this looks more similar to some of the fast capping routes. And he hit that with 2 pearls, so he's got plenty of health here. He can probably go for gold here, more or less. That's going to be not going to top mid. A little bit off the mark some of the other players set.
He's
He's
stuck.
stuck in the stairs. That's going to have to be a reset on the map. That's really unfortunate for Bathwater, but we did agree to do that for the players. And yes, if specs are done with their runs, they are welcome to leave. Let's make sure we add an extra map here as well. Well, we've got this run and 2 more. So we'll have that extra map added here. Bathwater is going to get another go. It was unfortunate that the getting stuck in stairs situation happened to him, but hopefully that'll give him another chance to get this run a bit more optimal. Long pearl there. He's going to hit those quite nicely, actually. And again, Bathwater has a lot of health here. Going to take that one straight over to the flag. Lands on the carpet, as we saw with Chris. And that is not a bad time at all. It's a good showing by Bathwater here so far. Let's see if he's able to keep up the pace. I think already this is running slightly behind Chris's pace, but definitely up there with some of the other competitors right now. A little bit of an awkward landing is going to probably cost him a bit of time there. But even so, Bathwater, as long as he avoids taking damage here, is going to get the second cap. And yeah, I mean, 19 minutes here. Pretty good time. Now, this is slower than Chris's and slower than College's already, but still well ahead of Link's, although he does whiff that pearl. Really unfortunate. Is going to get a little bit of distance by running ahead there. This is still going to be faster if he lands this properly than Link's first time. So he's not in last place at all right now. Very good return there from Bathwater, as he was able to pick up quite a bit and have a much better second run there. Good job to him. And yeah, pretty impressive to see a turnaround like that. Now, next up, we've got Kalig. Kalig was initially in the lead after beating out Link's time. A couple people have passed him now. So, Forlib, did you catch the time on Bathwater's run? Be helpful for our specs. All right. So we do need another map added after Kalig's run, but he'll be getting going here again. He's got pretty high expectations. Last time around, he did take the ghost capping route. But it'll be interesting to see if he changes things up this time. Rainer, any expectations? Do we see him go for the route that's been faster so far?
I think so.
Ooh,
Yeah, I think he's
awkward
got that
pearl there.
plan.
Yeah, no ghost cap this time. This is all about improving the route that's been shown to be the best here. Very nice second pearl there from Kalig, and hit that pretty much immediately upon landing, and it was well aimed. That's cool stuff to see. So now he's going to get back to the flag. This is not a bad time so far. And I think that's going to be Kalig's improvement, although he just botches that. Now, smart adaptation on the route there. Pearl towards spawn. And very nice pearl into the flag room. I mean, Kalig's aim on these has been beautiful to watch, but even so, it might be very hard for him to catch Chris here. It's going to come down to the wire, I think we expect. But if Kalig hits these nicely, hits them cleanly, or at least, you know, is consistent enough with this last pearl, he might get it. 1854, 53, 51 is the time to beat, and he's going to hit it at 1850. All right. So, one more run. Chris is 1 second ahead of College and Kalig, and we'll retime the stream runs here to see whether College or Kalig gets a higher amount of points. So the 1850 is provisional, but we'll check up on it during the break. Even so, we know that Chris is just a little bit faster. And you have to say, if Kalig's execution on a couple of those pearls was a little bit cleaner, he might have been able to have a faster time there. That was a really impressive adaptation from him, considering that wasn't his route at first. All right, one last run here. Link gets a chance to redeem himself. I believe he's in the basement right now. Rainer, do you think he gets a faster time here?
Definitely faster than his first run, but let's see if he can match Chris or Colleagues or College's time.
And for starters now, he has to get ahead of Bathwater. A little bit of an awkward start. Link's already very low health here. And he was pearling a lot to try and make up the time, and dies to flag poison in a really awkward spot. So Link's going to pearl back across. The ghost there is a nice touch, and he's clearly experienced on the class. And he is dying at a pretty fast rate here, but it's not a bad time yet. Might be behind Chris's pace, though. And again, he's low. Oh, he's going to fall into the void. Oh, that's really disastrous for him. This might not even be his faster than his first run. You sort of feel like Link, you know, he's trying to battle through this and recover as well as he can, but he's taking too many risks, it feels like. So he's already well behind the times of some of the other competitors. Now it really just comes down to whether he can salvage this run and finish it faster than Bathwater's time. And already, the odds are against him. Guys, I think Link is going to finish last in this event. And he is... Yeah, his first time is already faster, but it's not fast enough to beat Bathwater's fastest run. So Link is going to finish last in the Ninja Capping event. And you've got to respect his ability to battle through this a bit, but 1816 is not going to be good enough here. Slower than his first run. And as a result, we can confirm that Chris is the winner of the Ninja Capping Time Trials with a very impressive 1851. One of Colleague and College Degree will be second. The other one will be third. So congratulations to them as well. One of them will receive 15 points, and the third place finisher will receive 12, as we can individually differentiate between every single player on this event. So already a pretty sizable lead developing for the Rope Bunnies, but definitely some of the other teams like Budget Citrix and the Breadwinners are in the mix, as well as, of course, Peppa Pig and Friends, even though they didn't have a very good first event. So field's wide open, but you've got to feel the Rope Bunnies are in the lead here. So we just have the 5v5 tournament left. Rainer, any predictions on how that's going to go before we go to break here?
I think it'll be an interesting game. We have some returning champions, the Day Wolves 2.0, and we also have other strong teams to look forward to. So it'll be a very interesting match, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Yeah, so we're going to go to break here. Thanks for tuning in for the first couple of events here today, and we'd love to see you around for the 5v5 tournament to wrap things up here. See you soon.
like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me.
Hey, and welcome back. It's been another long break, and we do apologize for the wait, but we are finally here with the 5v5 tournament. To start us off here, the first two events of the day have already happened, and you can see from the overall standings here that the Rope Bunnies have worked their way out to a pretty sizable lead here over the other teams. They're sitting at 50 points, and we're looking at some of the other teams in a pretty close pack. You'll also see Sophia's boyfriends there at -10. They've forfeited the first two events, and they're most likely not around here today, so do keep that in mind. We did go ahead and retime the captures for Colleague and College Degree. Colleague's was just a millisecond quicker. So as a result, Peppa Pig and friends do get the second place points, which are 15 from the second event. Third place points go to Budget Citrix. They'll get 12 from that. And as a result, the two teams are tied for second place right now. Or sorry, Budget CX is tied for second place right now, as opposed to in a clear second place. The breadwinners, you may know them as Food Court's team, are in second place as well. They finished 5th in that event, so they didn't actually get too many points from the Ninja Cabin trials. But they did finish second in Medic Parkour, which was a good showing for them. Peppa Pig and Friends, the aforementioned, are in 4th place, just behind with 20 points. The Daywolves 2.0 and Angels are tied in 5th with 14 points. And the Leftovers round out our teams with 10 points, not too far behind the 5th place teams. So we're going to be streaming this matchup here between Budget Citrix and Food Court in the first round. Two pretty good teams. Also taking place right now off stream will be the Leftovers versus the Daywolves 2.0. And we'll get back to you with the results on that later. The Angels will have a bye in the first round for the time being, unless Sophia's boyfriends show up. And we'll also return after this match with coverage of the Rope Bunnies versus Peppa Pig and Friends. So, with that all in mind, teams are about ready to start off here on Bazaar. We're joined again by my co-commentator, Rainer. Rainer, thoughts on this matchup and who might have an edge?
I think it'll be a very intense game as well. Looking at both rosters, we see blue team, lots of previous Olympus members, and red team is known as Budget Citrix, a lot of Citrix members. Both very experienced teams, players, so it'll be a very intense game.
Yeah. Now, we should have a 10-minute timer here on this map, not 15. And that'll be adjusted pretty soon, I would think. Timer to 600. So a little bit of inaccuracy on the time, but it'll be A-okay for the most part. We're going to have Wolfie get taken out there by Evan, but Flays will get a steal. This is a matchup between two teams that faced off a lot in the first two seasons, or I guess just the first season, Delta Force, and a lot of the old... Sorry, wow, I'm all over the place. These were old Olympus and Citrix members, so interesting rematch of past matches. We're going to see Pab get chased down a bit here by Zekray. Zekray ends up going down to the assassin, but all that time is going to allow Wolfie to get out on a steal as medic. So Pab's already pretty safe. Wolfie, not quite as much here, trying to climb over the ladder and get back to his spawn. There will be immediate pressure on him, and Aussie sneaks in at just the right time to get the recovery. Zekray did try and get a recovery there on Pab. He did get the frenzy off, but not quite able to get the confirmed kill. College is stuck in a web there, unfortunately. But I think he's going to be looking for a ninja cap here. Blaze actually picks it up instead, though, and Blaze almost gets out, but very nice assassinate there from Aussie. Going to be an immediate follow-up steal there now from College. He's going to pass it over to Wolfie, and they're a bit ahead of all the players on the side of the breadwinners, so this is going to be an immediate response with the ninja cap. Good job there to respond right away from Budget Citrix. And with 8 minutes left, we are all tied up here. Now, the map here is Mini Bazaar 1. It's going to be the map for the first round, so you'll see that between Peppa Pig and Friends and the Rope Bunnies as well. Food Court's already here at mid, being chased down by College Degree. He does have support from Aussie. Very nice assassinate from Zekray, but now Aussie picks it up as Ninja. He's going to pass it here, but College Degree is right there. Good instincts from him to get back and pick that up. And now Flaze is going to walk it in. I think there's no one who's going to be able to get in the way of Flaze, and we have a quick lead here for Budget Citrix. Very fast-paced map already, though. This could easily go either way. But good responses so far from College Degree and Z-Cray. Z-Cray swapping between the Pyro and the Assassin here. Now College Degree's heading out to mid. And hey, if Budget Citrix gets a win here, they could be in a very good position to make it to the finals. We're expecting the Angels to be a similarly strong team here, and Budget Citrix are already in second place in terms of the amount of points they have. They're tied with the Breadwinners here, so whoever wins this match could be in a very good position to maybe sneak an overall win. So, Raynor, I haven't left too many gaps in the conversation here for you, but what are you seeing so far in this match?
Well, as you said, it's a very fast-paced game. One thing I want to note is that it was a really good play from Z-Cray switching off of Pyro to Assassin to get that recov. That's the thing about these mini-maps. It's really fast-paced, and yeah, you can change classes quickly, and that can give you an advantage. The first push we saw Flaze on Chemist and Wolfie on Soldier, but they quickly adapted to Wolfie on Medic and Flaze on Chemist. That's been working well. They've capped twice now. Yeah. But I think the Chemist might be a bit tricky now, since Saiyan is mirroring Flaze. So let's see if they make another switch.
Yeah, well, on the other side of things here, I think Avedis has switched over the Soldier to try and get in the way of Pablik a bit. Instead, they're going to wall off Food Court and leave Pab to go one-on-one against Z-Cray. Pab gets that win, but he has no stake now. So unless Food Court gets back over to him, he's in a pretty dangerous position. Still, it is a very small map, and maybe he can sneak across it. No, not quite able to, but Food Court was definitely on the way there. And Olympus got most of those kills, so they're in a position to push this in pretty far. Evan is over on the heavy now, and that's going to make things very difficult for Avedis. Looks like they have a bit of a breakthrough here, as they're going to all go in against this lone Pyro. Frenzy does come through, but no hits off of the Frenzy. Still, College Degree getting the drop on Pablik, and College very smartly not picking the flag up until the last possible minute to allow Z-Cray to get back over. He did switch over to the Assassin for recovery, but might want to go back to Pyro here, depending. Looks like a big fight on the other side of the map around Flaze. There is a recovery coming through for the Breadwinners, but we're already halfway through this map. These matches on the 5v5 tournament are very fast-paced, so if this doesn't go into OT here, it's a pretty rough situation for the Breadwinners right now. We've got 5 minutes to tie it up. Plenty of time, of course, in this kind of match, but even so, in a dangerous position already.
Thing worth mentioning is that the Breadwinners still have their ninja cap, so they can still use that, whereas Budget CX has already used theirs, so yeah.
Well, our first steal here is from Wolfie. He's out on Medic, and he's pretty far already. Gonna get support here from Flaze. Flaze is getting in the way here. Evan might be able to cut them off, but looks like they're gonna go for a steal, the Breadwinners are, with Food Court going in on Engineer. Still more players around here, but very nice assassinate from Aussie right at the end there to stop the third cap from Budget Citrix. I don't think Evan's going to get out here, but Caro sneaking in with the Ninja. Let's see if they watch this flag post carefully. Oh, Pab actually going to get in undetected. That's everyone from the Breadwinners. Looks like a 5-man push here to get a steal. There should be an opportunity on the other side for Wolfie, though. He is going to get hounded down by, or for Flaze, rather. He's going to get hounded down by Caro, but he does have enough support here. He has the medic as well. Otzi going to try and sneak in on Assassin. Nothing doing so far. Flaze has to get across the map, though, and Evan and Caro are going to cut him off here. He's ahead of his support. Otzi's going to come in with the Assassin and get the Assassinate there. It's going to be up to Z-Cray here at the entrance, but Pablik sees him coming, and now we're tied up at 2. Very exciting match so far. So, Blaze does go down there at the entrance. Vetus sneaking up around the high ground here. He's mostly been playing defense, but he could sneak in on offense here if the opportunity presents itself, and it does. Vetus wall climbing up here to try and get away from the various Breadwinners players. He doesn't have support yet, but if he can get down to the low ground here, he does have Wolfie. Ozzie's going to drop in, but gets killed by a pot. committing to the assassinate maybe a little too early. Pab has a steal on the other side. He's beaten Zekray again pretty cleanly. Has 2 stakes. And Avedis is getting hounded down. Avedis is in a 3-on-1 here. But Pavlik doesn't deal damage to him. Maybe not. Avedis is going after Pavlik? Okay, maybe the bulk D instinct's getting to him a little bit too much there. Avedis is very low, but Pab goes down. Wolfie switching over to the assassin. Avedis was on 1 heart there, but he's going to get healed back up. Karo's going to go for a ninja cap. Does get away. He's on very low health, I'm pretty sure. Dies at spawn, and College gets it. So it's going to be a 3-2 lead with 2.5 minutes left for Budget Citrix. Very, very good plays there. But look at this. Pavlik's already out. College Degree is going to get in the way, but he has support from Karo. I mean, Pavlik's steal here could be a decider for Budget Citrix. They are going to get support over to him. Food Court is right there. And I think he may be able to make it to the flag before anyone's stealing, unless College is really able to stall out Pavlik here. Yeah, right back. 3-3 tie with 2 minutes left. And these teams are so close right now. And Wolfie has the flag on heavy, but he might just get stalled out here. There's so many people getting in the way. It looks like the breadwinners are really just going to focus on clearing this space out and now try to roam up. Thoughts on that last exchange, Rainer?
Yeah, that was a very chaotic moment, as is often with minimaps, but it looked like the tide was turning for the breadwinners to take the lead, but Budget CX was able to get that clutch assassinate from Wolfie. A good switch again on classes, not what they were expecting. Yeah, very interesting
Avedis
play.
took a lot of damage there from Karo. Karo did a good job of stopping him from getting away, but now Flaze has a flag on Chems going around the back, and he does have Wolfie there to support. College Degrees also get in the way, but Flaze is meeting a lot of resistance now. I think he's going to go back up to the high ground just as Food Court gives it up, but Evan is also pretty quick. Survives the assassinate there, Flaze does, but not much beyond that. Avedis is going to get a steal as well, but look at the other side. We have a 2-on-1 against Arzaloria, and as a result, Food Court's going to get a steal. Now he's out to mid as engineer, is getting hounded down by the ninja, but this could go to a stalemate here, as both flag holders have a lot of support. And that might just trigger overtime. This could be the stalemate that ends the game here. It's an interesting position as well. Not one that the breadwinners really want to be in right now. Oh, but he gets knocked into... Was that a knock into spawn? And Budget Citrix is going to win. I mean, there's 15 seconds left. There's a ninja cap opportunity for Karo, but he's going for damage instead. And it's 10 seconds. You can do a ninja cap on this map, but Evan picking it up might just seal the deal. 5 seconds left now. And that's probably going to be it. Budget Citrix beats the breadwinners. And they're going to move on to the next round. They have a real chance of winning this. Wow, what a game. So, Rainer, do you have any thoughts before we go to break here?
That was a very nice play from College at the end to knock Food Court into spawn.
We could go take a look at match 2 if that's still going. I think we might be going ahead to
literally
catch the...
5 seconds.
Oh, okay. All right, what's the final score on that one? All right, well, we did go and check in on the winner of the Leftovers versus the Daywolves, and result's going to be 4-0 in favor of the Daywolves. I'm sure a good effort by the Leftovers, but we do know the result on that now, so good job to both of those teams. And the Daywolves will be moving on. They'll face the winner of the Rope Bunnies and Peppa Pig and Friends, which is going to be coming up next on our stream after the break. So we look forward to seeing you guys around for that. Until then, congratulations to both Budget Citrix and the Daywolves 2.0 for moving on, and for match well fought to the breadwinners. See you guys around after the break.
We need whitelist.
Oh, Rainer needs whitelist. Hey, and welcome back here to Match Server 1 as we're whitelisting Rainer to make sure he can join. We just finished up a match where Budget CX knocked Breadwinners out of the bracket. We did also see the leftovers get taken down by the Daywolves 2.0. And now we're here for the effective final match of the first round of the bracket. This is going to be between a couple of promising teams. The Rope Bunnies, who are already in the lead in this tournament, and Peppa Pig and Friends, who are here with a pretty strong roster as well, and looking to make sure that the Rope Bunnies can't get any more points out of this bracket. So, as we wait for Herman to be back for this match to start, Rainer, any predictions? How do the teams look to you?
Both teams, as you mentioned, have very strong individual players. One thing that stands out is probably that blue team has a lot of people who might be mutes. So maybe coordination favors the Rope Bunnies a bit more. But I think, as you said, both teams are very strong. So I think it'll be a very interesting match to watch.
Yeah, and I'm especially interested in to see how the Rope Bunnies are going to do, not just because they are in the lead right now, but also because they've been scrimming for 5v5 matches like this for the week leading up. So you would hope they're prepared, but they do have some pretty tough opponents on the side of blue team here. Again, for those not familiar, or for those just tuning in, we're going to have a rule set here where the match is going to last 10 minutes. It will go into overtime if the teams are tied, but it is a best of one. And then you do also have players limited to one of each class per team, and ghost capping is enabled, although there is a limit of one ninja cap per map. So definitely interesting here for both teams. We'll see how they try and take advantage of things, and we'll see if the side of the Rope Bunnies do what they were doing in scrims here, because they do have an interesting composition, if I recall correctly. All right, no, looks like a bit of a mix-up here. We're going to see players on different roles from what the Rope Bunnies were doing in scrims, and we're also going to see some interesting stuff from the side of Peppa Pig and Friends, because Verge is starting off on bulk defense here as Dwarf. Now, BM5 is going to get a steal against G. Henry as well, but Verge catches right up with that jump. Does kind of boost BM5 forward across the map, though. And this elf pick here is interesting. Verge, again, going to catch up for a split second with the Dwarf, but not quite able to stop him. So already a one cap lead here for Rope Bunnies. And we are going to see a steal from 93, who's playing Chemist on the other side. Now, Chemist is a pretty strong class in 5s, as we saw from what Flays was doing earlier. Herman is on the bulk defense class here on Dwarf. He was playing that a bit in PPM, so I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. And they will be able to catch up with 93, but look at that. The entirety of the defense there got wiped out in a split second for Rope Bunnies, so this is still anyone's game. Looks like the defense is going to turn, though, and try and stop BM5 from getting across the map. He's getting a steal as Scout here, and does have GXP on the medic protecting him, but not quite able to get across the map there, and Verge is going to get right back to the flag just in time, too, because look at that. That was a ninja cap attempt from Herman, and that was pretty close to working. Good awareness from Verge there. Now, 93 gets a steal, gets support there as well from Kolig. He's out pretty far, and I mean, in a one-on-one, 93 is a pretty tough player to stop. Gets the poison down on the Assassin there. Able to make it across top mid here. So far, so good. Assassin is coming back. Watch out for Kriz dropping from above there. Well, 93 must have heard me, because he did watch out. And that is going to be, well, almost responsive. BM5 delays that a little bit by swapping 93 out. He is going to eventually get that cap, and 2 minutes in, we're tied up. So, what do you think about these teams so far, Rainer?
Yeah, it was definitely a very fast capture, the first one from BM5, but Peppa Pigs and Friends were able to make a comeback. Yeah.
Yeah. Do watch out for more ninja shenanigans from Herman, though, because 93 is doing well here, but Herman likes... Well, actually, we did see Ryan get booted from the server, and Joy is in now. Bit of a weird time to make a substitution, but I think that's going to benefit 93. He's just getting across the map freely here. And it's going to be... wow. What a swap. I don't think it's going to be enough here yet. But, yeah, very nearly made that manageable. Now, we are going to see Ryan back in on the server now. A bit unfortunate that he had to step out, but at the very least, Joy was able to make it onto the server there and play in his place for a little while. 93, again, getting across the map pretty cleanly here. Kriz gets taken out. Kaliga's going to get the steal this time on the medic. We'll pick it up again. We'll go down again. And we are still at a 2-1 score, but time pressure is starting to come into play here. The Rope Bunnies do have to be able to get another cap here at the very least to take things into overtime. And Herman switches around a lot, but he is on heavy now. Still, he's not going to be there in time as Kalig and 93 get into the flag room, but Kriz comes back and takes out both offensive players, so advantage Rope Bunnies right now. PM5 is going to make it over to the flag as Elf. Going to put Water down, going to one-on-one against Fruit. Does manage to get that kill. He will make it to the flag. Water is still down, but a lot of damage being taken there, and G. Henry sort of waits for him to walk out of that area and gets a very nice frenzy off. And that's the advantage of having a very experienced Pyro in the flag room there. Obviously, Ryan's no slouch either, but G. Henry's going to make this comeback very difficult here for the Rope Bunnies. Now, we do have 93, 1-on-2 here against Herman and Ryan. Herman's been waiting this entire time to not go 2-on-1. He's playing a little more slowly here than we saw in scrims. Herman was playing very aggressively with Necro Res Tag and sort of just hurling into people. But BM5 already at his spawn. Yeah, good catch from Raynor. Most of the way across the map. And 93 is going to be the last obstacle here for BM5, but that will be the equalizer. Brute tries to come in and clear with the assassinate, but not going to be quite enough. And Averge is buying some time there, but not able to really protect Kalig enough. So, halfway mark. We're all tied again. Another very close match here, Raynor. Would you give the advantage to anyone?
I think that it's anyone's game at this point, but there's still enough time for anything to happen, really. Ben has been getting some good steals, as has 93.
Yeah.
We've seen both Elf and Chemist working.
93 is in a good position here. He does have medic support right now with him. BM5 did go down there, so there will be an impetus on the Rope Bunnies to stop this capture, but 93 is already top mid with support. This could be a very, very difficult cap to stop right now. Ryan does catch up there for the briefest of moments. Headshot from BM5 from spawn. Very nice swap from him. And that's one of the things it's good to know about the map, right? That's where practice can come in handy. Even so, Kalig is probably going to be able to get this capture here, despite BM5's heroics, as he gets headshotted right at the flag. I mean, really, this flag is just completely empty. Kriz should probably pass to someone here, but I think he's going to try and get to someone a little more viable than Gia for capping. And he's at mid. A lot of pressure on him. And this is... Wow, a Verge comes right in with the Dwarf. And now 93 is crossing the map without too much pressure on him. And one strong player can make a world of difference, and 93 is really just setting himself apart right now. This is one of the things we sort of knew about Rope Bunnies coming in, though. Oh my goodness.
It's knocked off.
Knocked off the map. What heroics from Herman, right as I was starting to praise 93. There is going to be a backup from a Verge. He's using his leap to get away right now. He's already made it to his medic. And it really does feel like the Rope Bunnies are on the back foot here a bit. Still, we do have Kriz trying to go one-on-one against Verge. He's down to 1 stake. Herman could drop him here, but the medic does come in just in time. BM5 is going to get a clutch steal here. Really clutch steal. Wins all the way to mid, which you can definitely do on these mini-maps. And now we have an elf versus dwarf stalemate here with 2 minutes left. Now, in terms of time here, the rope bunnies are reaching the end of their, well, rope. And we are in a position where they're in a disadvantageous stalemate in terms of classes with 2 minutes left. So they've got to pull something out of their hat here, maybe even a bunny, to be able to win this. Now, we do have swaps coming in. BM5 is reflecting them for the time being. We haven't really gotten an extended stalemate here since Food Court got knocked into spawn when one was threatening to happen. Water down, but G. Henry knocks BM5 out of the water. 93 is there as well on Scout. And one other thing about this stalemate is, from watching the side of the Rope Bunnies, I know that BM5 likes to be one of their people they send across the map on stalemate. And they're not going to have him. Whereas Averged, I think Peppa Pig and friends are perfectly fine with having him as a flag holder. Ryan gets taken down there by a fruit. Herman does swap a player away. Oh, but
Yeah, the
power's off.
power got knocked off.
Okay. Yeah. Averged was knocked down to 3 stakes there and death tagged, but I mean, it's a minute left. Kriz does take out the first player in his way. He's comboing Averged. Averged does manage to survive that, and the medic is back, but scary moment for him there. He was down to no stake. I don't think he's gotten restored still. Kalig just gets it off now. He was, I think, trying to buy some time there. Oh, Kriz gets 2 assassinates again. And now Averged is kind of just running for it, running back to his spawn here. But it's going to take him closer to the respawns for Rope Bunnies, who feel like they're getting a bit more pressure now. We could see some cheeky strats here, maybe trying to knock Averged into spawn. Ryan's going to get close, but not close enough. Kriz is going to be the next person, going for a swan swap. Averged runs away, though. And with 15 seconds left, it is definitely advantage Peppa Pig and friends. They are so close to closing this out right now. Kriz and Ryan are going to go in for one last attempt. Ryan's going to frenzy, but it's not quite there in time, and Averged has the space that he needs to be able to survive that. So, our first place team from the first 2 events gets taken down. Peppa Pig and friends advance to face the Daywolves. And yeah, after a very, very close match, that is going to be Peppa Pig and friends moving on in the 5v5 tournament. And man, this event is wide open right now, with a lot of teams potentially having a shot at the finals here. So we're going to move on to the second round next, and we will do the semifinals individually. So up next, if I recall correctly, is going to be the match between the Angels and Budget Citrix. We'll be back with that pretty soon. Rainer, any final thoughts?
I think the next games will be really interesting. Both teams have shown that they have good qualities, so it'll definitely be an intense game.
All right. Well, we'll get to see that match coming up soon. We'll be right back after the break.
You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. This is Bosuke here, and Rainer and I have a new friend, if he'd like to introduce himself.
Hello, guys. It is me, Poplet, commentator.
Yeah, good thing we don't have Trev Pardon here. That would be
Yeah, that guy's toxic and he's banned.
right. So, anyways, we've got a matchup here between our first two semifinalists. We've got Budget Citrix, who defeated the Breadwinners on the way here, and they're matched up against the Angels, who got a bye when Sophia's boyfriends didn't show up in time. So, with that in mind, we're going to get started here pretty soon. If you haven't seen this map before, it's called Diagonal Castle Out. It's played a lot in mini PBMs, and it is advertised as a blackout that is basically set up diagonally. You can kind of see it if you stretch your perception of what blackout can be. Anyways, Rainer, Trev, any thoughts on who's going to take this one home?
Well, seeing as how the Angels undeservedly moved on due to the lack of time management skills from Sophia's boyfriends, and given the exceptional performance from Bootleg Citrix, I think Bootleg Citrix is going to win.
Right, Rainer?
He is eating, but I think he would
Gotcha.
agree with me. Boss, what are your opinions on this?
Yeah, I think it's fair to say Budget Citrix looked pretty good in their first match, and they probably have a little more practice now than the recently formed Angels, so you might expect them to win. But this definitely shouldn't be a cakewalk of a match either. Definitely some pretty strong players
Mm-hmm.
on the side of the Angels. And also Link.
Yeah, I was going to add that as well. I think in 5v5, from the matches I've seen this year and last time, Kim is really strong, and both teams, respectively Link and Flays, are pretty solid Kim cappers. So I think we could expect to see those classes stealing the most and potentially capping the most.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be a pretty fast pace, especially on this map. It plays quick. So don't blink because you might miss something. And speaking of which, College Degree is going on offense right away as Ninja. Might actually just go for the medic here, roaming. And
Yeah,
that one-on-one against Diamond Girl, wow.
Yeah,
That was impressive.
Yeah. Interesting, blue team, the Angels are not running a Ninja. That can be kind of scary if Flays gets out here and wins the 1v1 against the Pyro, which he does not. Epic Man. Treating those two players like they're not.
Well, Link CTF actually has gotten out of the flag room here with the flag to take a lot of damage, but that catch on the wall.
Very unfortunate. Not sure if he would have gotten much farther, but at least he would have gotten a chance. But that wall time is pretty embarrassing from someone who's been playing the game half his life.
Now, Flays, on the other hand, has gotten a steal, actually gets the people behind him to take the sponge and just guns it. Very nice poison as well on F1 Brown will stop him, as well as a web from Wolfie, and that is... wow.
Yeah, no Ninja, man. That's tough.
And Avedis is right there with the backup on Soldier. Now, he's kind of gotten boxed in a bit more here.
Everyone's going after the support and not Avedis, and now he's at mid.
Wow, and Wolfie's going to get to him either way. That's a restore.
That's a really horrible decision-making. 3 people went after Wolfie, and they couldn't even kill him.
Now, Link's going to get a pickup, but also goes down here. Should be a second cap in a second, but Diamond Girl actually is pretty free right now.
In front of her, minus College.
She does have to beat College one-on-one, and that matchup has really gone in College's favor so far.
Oh, this is really fast. I mean, Flays, if he doesn't fold to F1 Brown there.
Oh, the Pyro catches up, and F1 gets the kill anyways.
No, that saved them, honestly. I mean, it's already 2-0, but 3-0 would have been almost impossible to catch up from.
Really stopped the bleeding there.
Yeah. Blue not doing much in the terms of offense here. Overcast is there with a med, getting healed back by the Wolf a little bit.
Yeah, Link's gone. They have Overcast in on the Elf, but...
Did he type? What was he doing? Yeah.
Oh, no.
Stop her.
And Wolfie has a steal on the other side. Now, he's the medic, and Overcast is going to get in the way here. Good turn.
Overcast. Those wins were solid.
Just enough time there for Obi to get the kill.
No one in backup, but no bootleg Citrix members.
So, I mean, so far this has been a strong start for Budget Citrix, but at least the Angels have stabilized here. And Overcast is getting steals.
With a very clean steal.
Yeah, I mean, the Elf one-on-one against Pyro is a very favorable matchup. And he does manage to beat a Vetus there one-on-one as well, but College Degree catching up does bail him out a bit. And I think College Degree is so far one of the early MVPs of the tournament.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. College is a very solid player in 12v12 and clearly one of the best players in 5v5 so far.
Now, Obi's just clearing the Pyro away from the flag room here. Kills the Pyro, actually, one-on-one. And again, that's going to enable Overcast. Oh, now, he does get caught there just a bit by Vetus. College is going to be in the way as well. And I guess the one downside here for Overcast is he's getting about halfway across the map, but he never seems to have a medic in time. There's going to be a steal on the other side, but Flaze gets taken down by F1 Brown. A Vetus out on Soldier. Epic Man chasing on Pyro. And does seem like they've got their roles figured out a little better here now. But even so, I think Avedis is going to get a restore. Overcast does get a steal on the other side in the meantime, but look at that. Diamond Girl got taken down at mid by College Degree. He's really just winning that matchup cleanly. And that
it seems every push with Overcast and Diamond Girl gets taken out at mid by College, and then Overcast gets out, but College is there to meet enough out to finish him off every time. College is pretty much 2v1ing this whole offense, and it's really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, he hasn't been too active on CTF recently, but lest you forget that he's a really strong player, this is quite the performance. Overcast this time, though, Overcast did get a heal. He's going to get restore. Z-Cray in the way. Frenzy off. Oh, and he isn't able to wind away.
Yeah.
That is 4 caps now. This is getting one-sided.
Yeah. Looks like Sophia's boyfriend should have came to the tourney.
Well, if Sophia had any boyfriends, they would have shown up, so...
That is true. Or we could be seeing the greatest comeback in CTF history.
True. I mean, hey, a few of these players on the Angels defense are showing up. F1 Brown has quietly been having a pretty good game here, but he can't carry the load alone.
Overcast will get out with restore. Ooh, oh, nice switch to Assassin. Perfect.
Yeah, Z-Cray was doing that in the first match as well, and seems to be pretty impressive on that role. Being able to flex between Pyro and Assassin well is really important.
Yeah, especially that sponge that takes you right in front of the flag room. That's kind of busted, especially if you land with Assassin.
Right. Well, Obi did go for a ninja steal there. I think it is important that we see them try that a bit.
Yeah.
And Overcast does have another steal. Medic is at mid this time, but he's not quite able to get past everyone else.
I'm not even sure if Overcast needs medic, really. I think he just needs support to get him in. Diamond Girl should maybe switch to a bulkier class if Blaze does not have tapping here.
Yeah. Blaze has 1 pot right now.
Nice job by F1 walling.
Yeah. Epic Man might catch up here. Does get him on fire, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Very decisive win there from Budget Citrix. That match was over in 5 minutes. So, I mean, that is impressive. I think that's going to end the tournament here for the Angels. And they'll bow out in a respectable semifinal position, thanks to their ability to win the mind game against Sophia's boyfriends. But Citrix have a real shot at winning this. They're in the finals, and if they're able to win that match, they win the whole thing. So, clear win conditions set for them now, and it'll be interesting to see how the other semifinal match goes, and if we see them met by Peppa Pig and friends in the finals. Trev, any last thoughts before we go to break?
Very excited to see the outcome of this 5v5 tournament and the next exciting installment of some Poggers CTF.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Let's roll the break, and we'll see you back soon.
don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me. You can watch me go, cause I don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me, don't need you to like me.
All right, guys. Second semifinal here. We've got Peppa Pig and Friends squaring off against the Daywolves 2.0. They're both stalling for time to get a couple more players in, but we can already talk about the matchup here and who's online. So, what are your thoughts on these teams? Start with Trev, move on to Rainer.
These teams are, if you want to compare relative skill, the matchups, I think it's going to be pretty even. I think you have a lot of similar roles, a lot of similar pretty solid flex players. I think this will be a lot more competitive. I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 3-1. I don't know what team's gonna win, and 3 out of those 4 caps are gonna be decided by a stalemate. So that's my DraftKings prediction.
I see. Well, I really hope it doesn't end up being 3 stalemates over the course of the map. But Rainer, maybe a more optimistic prediction just to bring my hopes up a little.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game again. Both teams having really strong core defense and roaming. The offense might struggle a bit, but we'll see.
And our cameraman seems pretty bullish on bar 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's
True.
also worth noting. Now, the Daywolves do have a chance to be repeat winners here. They won the last 5v5 tournament, and they're in the semis of this one. Bit of a different roster, though. And 93 is not on their team this time around, which is pretty notable considering what we just saw him do for Peppa Pig and Friends. Still, for the time being, he doesn't seem to be with Peppa Pig and Friends right now either. So, who knows where he is? Could be a deciding factor if he does show up, but until then, sort of have to speculate on everyone else.
Yeah, that's a pretty big roster change. Missing 93. I mean, he's one of the best flex players. Definitely, like over the past year, he's gotten super cracked at Minecraft. Not sure who he would sub in for, Jaden or Bar maybe. But another funny thing to note is Mail is playing for the Daywolves, and he notably lost the tournament last time to the Daywolves. So I guess if you can't beat him, join him really applies here.
Yeah, definitely. And hey, he's made it to the semis here at the very least. So maybe not the worst decision in the world, but we'll have to see how this match goes.
Are they still stalling or are they ready? Not sure.
Well, while we wait here, and while we see if we're ready to get going, what are your thoughts on Seago, the famed Draft Team Tournament 2021 champion, who's come in to replace 93?
Oh, that's who the sub is. Sugo's a pretty solid player. He's probably as good as 93, and his main role is being Vulcan Ninja. I know he's been playing a bit of Dwarf. I know he has a pocket mage he busts out in some less serious PPMs. But we'll probably see him switching from Ninja to Dwarf in this. I'm going to assume.
Well, we'll find out pretty quick because we're getting started now. Second semifinal is live. And already, let's look at red team here. We do have Seago on the Ninja. We have a Verge, not on Dwarf, but on Soldier. So he may be going on offense here. And hey, someone's infiltrated the red team side here on Ninja. Wonder who that could be. So Jaden's going to go one-on-one against G. Henry here. Henry trying to set him on fire. But now he's in a 2v1 against Jaden and I believe that's Coca on Bowser Jr. Could be wrong. He's in the one-on-one against the assassin now. A fruit is not poisoned, it's worth noting. But even so, I think Coca's going to make it through here.
Yeah, that was a pretty easy cap. Coca being a little bit ballsy there, trying to take the assassin 1v1, not knowing if they have assassin or not, but all worked out in the end. And looks like the next 3 caps are going to be by Peppa Pig and Friends, and all 3 will end in a stalemate.
Oh, interesting prediction, even after that first cap. Well, Averse is in to the flag room on Chemist, but goes down. Kulig picks it up on Medic, but nothing doing there either.
These corners have not been very friendly to people trying to get out of this flag room. Once you're in, it's very hard to get out.
So Jaden's after the assassin now, and we have a 3-man offense crossing the map here on the side of the Daywolves 2.0. Bar's going to water the flag here, but the Chemist goes down, as does Bar. So that time around, we saw Peppa Pig and friends figure things out. And that's probably a good sign for them going forward.
Justice for road bunnies.
No, thank you. Kalig almost got to the flag there, but gets gate kept by Mail. Mail's playing the bulk today, not the Pyro, as Zarpin is on the Pyro. But I think Kalig might want to reset here, or at least help his team out, because Bar has a steal and he's winning to mid.
Oh, gets pretty far there, but unfortunately no one to help him out. Poor guy.
Well, let's check out what else is going on here, as Averged and Kalig are going to make it to the flag. Averged gets frenzied there by Zarpin, who is all queued up, and so Kalig's going to have to steal again. So far, this offense for Peppa Pig and friends, I mean, they're crossing the map at the right time, but it's just too much defense there for them to get past. Almost, I don't want to say the Daywolves are turtling, because they're not, but they are making sure to stay vigilant on defense here.
Yeah, things have definitely slowed down. I can't believe it's already been 3 minutes. Hopefully that was just a fluke. I didn't know how Coca got out so well the first time, because it doesn't look like Peppa Pig and friends have made any adjustments, really.
And part of what happened was that Jaden snuck up on the Pyro, so although Coco was allowed to get through and they stopped Bar, it became a 2-on-1 with the Ninja and the Chemist against the Pyro. But with Jaden playing a little more defensively now, I think that's less likely to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, Kalig's over onto the Soldier to try and win the 1-on-1 there, but again, like, this is a very defensive look here. The Fruit does get through and kill a lot of players there, but so far the blue defense is holding. Well, Seago actually, no one spotted Seago. He gets a steal and he doesn't mess up his ghost this time. He's going right to the flag. Oh no, but gets taken down right up top by fire damage. Good attempt from Seago there. Now Kalig has a backup.
Oh, he's very out. He's out already at mid.
Yeah, how do you get out that far? And Bar goes down, so this could be the tying capture here. Kalig's going to get potted up. Jaden goes down, and it is 1-1.
Perfect. Very exciting. Just what it was.
Seago also takes out the Chemist there, so he's starting to get a little more confident, I think, in that matchup against Coca and Bowser Jr. And a Fruit as well, having an impact on the Assassin here. They've gotten quite a few kills already. So Averged, I think, is on a good angle to sneak in here. Kalig goes in, actually, and does get out. He's ahead of everyone. Jaden's trying not to boost, but Kalig's already at mid. If he gets heals here, I mean, he's in the clear, but there are a lot of people around him. Yeah. Look at that, though. Averged over onto the medic, gets the restore, and that is 2-1. Peppa Pig and friends went down first, but the comeback is definitely on.
Yeah, I did not think the Kalig to Averged's offense role switch would have worked twice in a row, but it looks like it is. Glad to see they finally figured things out. Not even going over his med. I like that a lot. I wish Diamond Girl would have done that last time as well. If you're getting quick drop by a ninja, maybe go something bulkier.
So now it's the successors to the champions on the back foot, as Fruit takes out both players on the offense. We do have Averged trying to make it up onto the high ground here. And it's gonna take some work here for the Daywolves to get back into the game. Ooh.
Yeah, Jaden not knowing that he was one tap there. Probably didn't want to boost, obviously. But it doesn't matter.
Nice swap there to clean things up. We did see Mail move over to the scout in order to get that recovery. And Jaden's helping Coca across the map, as Coca is now on the medic, and Bar is playing engineer, so I think Coca's concerned that he's dropping a little bit too quickly, and they've switched roles, but Bar gets taken out by a Fruit there, and Coca's now the only person on offense. And really, in the absence of 93 to just win the game here cleanly on offense, it does feel like a Fruit is doing a lot of work on the Assassin.
Yeah, insta-kills are crazy here, especially Assassin, specifically.
Now, Averged is out, pretty far across the map. Jaden takes an interesting route to him, but will catch up. He can stay healthy if he keeps purling into Averge, and Averge keeps healing, but that's the 3-1. I mean,
Wow.
pretty on-the-nose score prediction so far, Trev. You just have to hope that Peppa Pig and friends don't give up or don't cap again, or the Daywolves don't find a way to work things back. Speaking of which, they've dropped the medic entirely. Coca's now on the chemist, and Bar is on the elf, so they've gone back to that original look. Look at that, Bowser Jr. making it out of the flag room for the first time in a while.
Nice web by Calig there. Yeah, I don't know if I like this squishy offense. Elf and Chemist, pretty good at going over, but I mean, once you get out, one ninja gets on you, one thing gets in front of you, you're probably gonna die, especially with no mana.
So we are going to see them cross the map again, this time Seago opting to go for Bar, but Bar wins the one-on-one. He will get in and will have support from Jaden, who's moved over to the Assassin. Mail as well goes in on Scout, so they are starting to send more people on offense. And you can see why. We are getting a bit low on the clock here. We're under 3 minutes. And even so, Averge is going to get a steal here.
Oh, nice swap.
Yeah, Mail does seem to be doing some work here on the Scout. Might just be a little bit too little too late.
I mean, 2 minutes with a map that doesn't take too long to cap. They need to... Probably this push is their last chance to get their second cap right here.
Oh, well. Almost a chance there. Mail may have to pick this up, but a fruit is right there. And the respawn being where it is does make it a bit difficult to get out of the flag room if you're squishing.
Yeah. Jaden in the vicinity of red flag room trying to clear. It looks like he will go down. He does win the assassin 1v1. We'll get the clout and straight credit for that, but will not help out this time. Mail does steal as Scout, but going on as Danny mode, not going to get out, and this is do or die for blue team right here. I think you can squeeze in 2 caps within a minute 30 on this map, but it has to be really fast. Assuming
Yeah.
yeah.
And Koga's over on the soldier. He's made it there cleanly, but again, a fruit. And she's taking so many names this match.
Not flag room sin anymore now, it's spawn sin with the sponge.
Worth noting, though, that Koka is getting across pretty freely here on soldier. And it was only the assassin that took care of him last time. This time Henry will well, actually won't quite get the kill, but Koka's so low now that it's not going to matter. So it really is down to the Daywolves offense to turn something around here. Mail may go for a ninja steal or at least a ninja clear here, but it'll be out of sync.
I mean, normal cap and a ninja cap probably still works, but I mean, it has to be flawless routing. You might have to pray for a boost here or there. I think Daywolves, after they got their 1 cap, maybe got a little too comfortable.
Well, look at Averged. He's already more than halfway across the map, and that's the downside of having to push for this cap this much. Bar is on the other side. He should see a fruit here. And this time he finally does beat out the chemist, but now Seago's right back on him. Look at that damage, and Seago takes him down.
That's gonna be it.
Nice recovery from Mail to keep the score a little closer to Trev's prediction. I mean, you should thank Mail for that one. Because he's kept the score 3-1, but that's it. Peppa Pig and friends will move on to the finals, and we'll have a winner-takes-all series, where the winner of the finals will win the whole event. So, congratulations to Peppa Pig and friends.
Congrats.
And
good stuff.
Yeah, any last thoughts before the finals here?
Just 2 really, or 3 thoughts, I guess. The first being justice for rope bunnies, second being sign up for the PPM, and third being this has been a great 5v5. I don't think on paper I don't think I've expected it to go like a certain way. Wow, I did word that horribly. Any match prediction that I had before spectating and commentating has gone the opposite.
You mean aside from this one, where you called Peppa Pig and friends to win 3-1?
Besides this one.
I see.
Well, I think I said any team. I think I said some team will win 3-1. I'm not sure if I specified.
Well, I think I asked you for a follow-up after the Daywolves capped, and you did say it was going to be Peppa Pig and company.
Oh, right. Of course.
But regardless, I don't think you should be so down on your prognosticating here, Trev.
Mm-hmm.
So, either way, I do think we're going to go to break here for a short bit, and we'll try and keep it short so we can be right back with our finals coverage, and we can get to the end of the tournament here.
You can say hello, but I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like. You can watch me go, 'cause I don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like me. Don't need you to like.
Ready.
All right, welcome back. We've got the finals coming up here, and it should be a barn burner here. Budget Citrix going to be in the finals after getting past a couple teams and having a very strong showing against the Angels. And then Peppa Pig and Friends beat out the Rope Bunnies, beat out the Day Wolves, and are now in the finals. This is effectively going to be winner takes all because whoever wins the finals gets 50 points here, and that'll put their total ahead of the Rope Bunnies. Whereas the team that loses the finals can only finish in third place. So definitely a pretty dramatic disparity in terms of prizing here if you win versus losing this match. Either team, I think, will finish the tournament respectably here, but there is really a lot to win if you do manage to pull this out and become the overall Winter Games champion.
Yeah, I mean, taking the L on stream is bad enough, but getting third place and only getting the third place prize, ooh, I don't know, that's even worse. So they have a lot to play for. 4 people online for blue. Maybe they're trying to get their star player back online.
Yeah, 93 coming back for this match would be pretty big for
Yeah,
Peppa Pig and
definitely.
friends. He's a very impactful player. Although today, I mean, college degree has been his equal. He's had a very strong
Mhm.
performance on Ninja.
This map is like, I don't know, it's as opposed to the first 2 maps, once you get out, it's pretty hard for the defense to catch up because the sponges are pretty far away. It's all really up to the one ninja. I mean, if you can kill a ninja once or twice, yeah, I mean, you're pretty golden.
Yeah, it is a really quick cap here. Now, without 93 on the server and with only 4 players here from Peppa Pig and Friends, you do still have a pretty solid roster, and there's 93. But I know we've been talking about 93 a lot just after that one game. You also do have to talk about Seago, Fruit, and G. Henry after their match against the Daywolves. They
Mhm.
had very strong showings, I think.
Yeah, Sugo definitely tore it up as ninja, and Calig put in a lot of work getting those first 2 caps to get that momentum and eventually the W back.
Well, on the other side of things, Flays and Wolfie have been a pretty impressive ninja. I mean, a pretty impressive chemist and medic combination for most of this,
Mhm.
but College Degree has really stood out on the defense. Zekray and Avedis have had their moments, but you kind of want to see a little bit more of them going into this finals. As Trev is preparing the Sibman 654 invocation for the match by the looks of it.
Oh, yes. To power someone up.
Well, who are you powering up, Trev?
I think only 3 of these people are old enough to even get that joke, so I guess those 3 people.
Of course, of course. Well, seems our chat is maybe a little bit against Peppa Pig and Friends. I
Wow, that's
see
pretty
Jake
mean.
wants Pig 3 to lose, although
But Pig
Pig
3's
3
not even
isn't
here.
actually on that team.
Yeah, that's a
So,
little funny. False branding.
yeah. Well, last chance for predictions here. Rainer, who do you think takes it home?
I think it's gonna be Peppa Pig's friends.
Ooh, really? I'm gonna have to disagree. I definitely think Citrix is gonna win 4-1.
All right. Well, opposing predictions here, and we'll see how things go. Again, 10 minutes then.
Oh, there's 10
And
caps? Oh god, never mind. They'll get more than 4 caps.
so we do have 93 already soloed out here by College Degree, but he does have protection in the form of Calig. 93 actually starting on Elf on this map, not on Chemist. On the other side of things, Flaves does get a pickup, but goes down to the Assassin. So 93 probably is going to get, well, I was going to say gets the first significant steal, but although he's surviving a lot here, he's really just not going anywhere quick. And Calig's going to turn around and play defense here, I think, as Fruit tries to go after Flays and doesn't actually get the drop. So Flays is going in one-on-one against G. Henry. Gets the flag, but goes right into a frenzy. Still, Avedis is there to follow up. Might make it to the exit here and actually wall climb up. He has taken a lot of damage, and the ninja will be right on him if the fire doesn't take him out. almost got the medic there, but a fruit just in time was able to stop him from getting the restore. I think Avedis is on his last legs here. Blaze, though, getting the backup. They left the flag completely empty, and that was a good job done by Avedis to actually draw that out for long enough for Flays to get the backup. He's just gunning it across the map now. And I think...
Fruit uses that assassinate a bit early, I think.
Yeah. Oh, Henry's there in the flag room, but not quite in time. So first cap and advantage to Budget Citrix. Henry has the flag now on Pyro, running out across the map, but not able to protect himself from Zekray. And hey, look at this. Budget Citrix. Their teamwork has looked really solid so far today, and they are in the lead.
93 getting caught in the sponge there. Only has one engine from him. I believe he only has one health pot. Well, just kidding. Now he has 5 health pots. Not sure where college. Oh, hello, college.
Yeah, Zekray going after the medic, actually. Smart move there. Deprives 93 of his support, and college is going to be right back. So there's a brief 3-on-1 here against 93, as Wolfie is trying to make it out of the flag room on the other side. Yeah, 93 showing off some of that individual ability there, and he's stalled out the 3v1 long enough to get support. I mean, what an impressive performance. College Degree is coming back, as Avedis did just go down, and I don't think it's going to be enough. Blaze has to get the countersteal here. He does actually manage to make it out, but he'll have a ton of people on him.
Oh, nice parkour as well. The jump boost pot's really coming in handy.
Yeah, Seago gets boosted, though. The reverse Seago boost happening, but Flays is able to survive that, and look at that. Zekray also out on the Pyro to make sure that this steal can get back across the map. We are now in a stalemate. Both players on Chemist. 93 may be the stronger player individually, but coordination for Citrix has looked really good today. Pass, though, and that's probably smart, moving it over to the Soldier, not the Chemist. Avedis can play around the back of these buildings here and stay pretty safe.
Much easier to get the pass off in 5v5 as well.
Yeah, we'll see if Budget Citrix do the same thing, or if they're comfortable with 93 holding the flag. They don't seem to be rushing for it.
Yeah, see a Dwarf up there shifting Seago. I'm not sure if Dwarf Pound is as good as he used to be. I don't think he'll get this solo reco, at least not without Death Tag.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen some good stuff from Ninja and Pyro duos in 5v5 recovery. Scout does a lot of work. Assassin, I mean, can do quite a bit in a stalemate as well with these small player counts. 93 does go for the pass, though, and I think he's moved that over to Kalig. Kalig probably on the Soldier here, as in fact he is. Now, College has...
Seago Pound is doing like 2 hearts from like 30 blocks high, so not really doing too much in forms of solo recovery, but it looks like someone is here to help him. They do have a Scout. 93 is Scout. Oh, gets taken up by Frenzy. Interesting Frenzy choice. Is he great?
But Seago's a bit hesitant going in here. I think he wants to wait for his team, but that could cost him a lot of his health. Yeah. The Pyro just keeps setting him on fire.
93 is here again. Does get the DT off. Seago's there to meet. Oh, unfortunately.
Oh, he might... He doesn't land the stomp on anyone, unfortunately for him, and that Frenzy is going to take out the Dwarf. 93 is still a menace, though. Does go down, but... So, Seago again crossing here. Not getting met with resistance. College is after 93 instead. Knocks the Scout down to 1 heart, or half a heart even, with no stake, and he'll just take him out with the next run. Seago as well goes down. I don't think either team is really being too threatening on recovery here, but that's not good news for Peppa Pig and friends.
Yeah, I don't know if Citrix's plan is to just hold out for 5 more minutes. I mean, I wouldn't advise that at all. I've only ever seen plays on Chemistry Cove. Not really sure how viable that is, but...
Oh, well, the Pyro's here. Peppa Pig and friends are sending G. Henry up. He's caught him out.
In the water,
dips into the water to avoid the frenzy. But yeah, only 5 minutes left. You can't overstate how short these matches are in the 5v5 tournament.
Gets swapped to nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, Stomp did land there. So Seago's slowly building up his weapon here. I think that's his play. He's up to an Iron Sword. If he lands one more Stomp, well, he's hopelessly out of range there, but... And gets taken down by Flays, coming back on the Assassin. Flays actually whiffed on 93 a bunch after the fact there, but...
Yeah, Dwarf's probably the only real threat, especially if he's gotten a pretty high level weapon.
Yeah, but I don't see Seago building it up right. And Seacray actually felt free enough on recovery to try and go and get a pyro kill on the other side.
Mm-hmm. Also, I just realized how blue team is, typically majority of the time all mute players.
Yeah,
We
I
have
mean,
two people who sometimes talk, and I guess Henry sometimes rarely talks, but. Oh, boosting plays towards Calig. Calig. Oh, wow! I thought Dork was a lot better than it was. It only lost 1 stake.
and Avedis is not under no pressure here. He does have full stake and will survive this, but I don't know. I feel like Dwarf doesn't have the immediate damage that Peppa are going to need here.
Yeah, definitely. I'm surprised we haven't seen Archer yet. Try and get a headshot. I feel like it's probably not too hard.
Well, Henry's crossing the map here again. Not getting roamed for. Seago is fighting against Zekrai.
Oh, 93
Time
is Archer.
his own stomp. 93 on Archer as well.
He could get this headshot. No one to recover it, though. Definitely putting on pressure for a bit to get closer to the building where J. Henry might be waiting.
He did hit the medic, which is good. But now he's
Vegas
going to get
is just hiding.
out.
He could drown.
Yeah.
Oh, Pyro and Dwarf are here. 93 is still alive.
Probably not for much longer, and College is knocking closer to the flag holder, which is good.
Yeah, Sin here as
Sin's
well.
coming
Pyro
in.
here as well. Sin
And
does
really,
have
they need to send everyone.
oh my god.
He went into spawn! Oh my god, Seago!
Correct.
There is a backup. Flays has it on Assassin, but he shouldn't get very far here. 93 is back on Ninja.
Oh,
He kills 93.
has to
Oh, but he
vote.
drops to Henry! And we're tied. We are tied. Flays, unfortunately, folding just a little bit under pressure, but Avedis is already out to mid. I think he has a lot of people in front of him. Oh, 93 is going to probably into Avedis. Oh, and College is going to get that. Nice job there from College. Avedis currently trying to stall this out, maybe get some support. Flays is coming on the other side as Chemist, but I think he might just go for a steal here. Everyone's on Avedis. They've communicated it perfectly. No, but they have the flag room. Oh, they know. They know they're going for this play, but it's still not going to be enough. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean,
Flays didn't go for the steal.
80% of their team.
Now he goes for it.
Flays only has one.
Flays is out far side. Sin is nearer.
Oh,
Seago not quite close enough. Just short. Flays could get this captured at this point. And yeah, he just walks it in again. Citrix, well, oh, Ghost,
he's right
93.
side, yeah.
He just vanished. Look at that Ghost Cap. He's going to drop to the Assassin. No, to Calig. Calig just in time.
Nice job.
This could be the time capture here, but look at this. Avedis has a steal. 93 in the way, but there is a lot of support for Avedis.
Calig's on 1 stake. Oh, the Pyro just missed.
That was the best Ghost Cap I've seen in a while, probably because you don't usually see Ghost Caps. But Avedis, look at that. I mean, he's surviving. Henry almost got some frenzies off there. Seago's going to isolate him for a quick second, but the medic is there. 30 seconds left to get some real soon. And Avedis is taking advantage of the map here. He's right up on the walls.
Calig's going on recon. I don't even know what Calig's doing.
93's back on Archer.
Somehow.
Try to get a last second.
Henry's crossing the map.
No.
Yeah, it's really down to 93, I think. Henry does kill his way through there, but Avedis is just running away from where 93 is playing from. 7 seconds left. Seago's going to go in. Gets off, but Avedis is not going to fold under that pressure. And your CTF Winter Games champions are Budget Citrix.
Wow. Very good job from Bootleg Citrix there. Definitely one of the teams known for their solid teamwork, communication, unspoken communication as well. I know a lot of these players don't talk super loud or at all, really. They just kind of know what to do. Really good flex players, and I think they definitely deserve this tournament based on how every team was playing today. So congrats to them.
Yeah, and it was really cool to see the communication, especially between Wolfie, Avedis, and Flays, on when to stall the flag out to allow another player to go for backup, when to go for seals, and how to get things working on recovery every now and again. So, very impressive showing from them over the course of this tournament. They placed well in the first 2 events, and they placed even better in the 5v5 tournament, winning it overall to get the overall lead in terms of the number of points. So congratulations to them. So, any final thoughts here on the broadcast? Trev, Rainer?
Excited for PPM. That's all I gotta say.
Fair enough.
GG
Uh,
well played.
To round things out in the standings for everyone who is curious at home, your final standings are in 8th place with a disqualification, Sophia's boyfriends. In 7th place with 20 points, the leftovers. In 3rd place, sorry, not in 3rd place. In 6th place with 32 points, the breadwinners. Tied for 4th, including on tiebreaker, are the Daywolves 2 and the Angels. So they will both receive 4th place prizing. In 3rd place, clearly, we have Peppa Pig and Friends. 2nd place, the Rope Bunnies, and again, our champions, Budget Citrix. Thank you to all the teams that participated. Thank you again to Ninsanity for running our stream and helping set this whole event up. Thank you to Forleb, Rainer, and Trev for their important roles in making sure things could run smoothly today. And thank you to all of you, the viewers. Special shout out to Mad Artist Zero as well for making the medic parkour map, which was a very fun treat today. And again, thank you so much for tuning in. This has been Bosque with Trev and Rainer. Shout
Very
out
well.
Trev PPM, shout out Cake in a Suit, and we'll see you around in the future.